Well, feeling zapped and irritable, it could be low iron levels. Registered dietitian Carol Harrison has a few food fixes to a problem that's really quite common, especially for women. Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, is this so that you don't have to take supplements, or in some cases you still would have to take iron supplements, right?
Yes, well, that is true. We do want to always encourage people to get their iron from food sources first, Annette, and I'd love to share with you lots of ideas there. But yes, in some cases, some women might need to take some iron supplements. Always good to consult with your doctor first to make sure that you do need an iron supplement, and then ask the pharmacist to make sure that you are getting one that you can tolerate well. Because for one thing, they can be a little bit expensive, and they can cause some stomach upset, nausea, and constipation as well. So that's one of the reasons why, as well, you want to try and get it from food first. You can avoid some of those side effects that are really not that pleasant with the supplements.
Okay, so when I think of iron in food, right away I think of spinach, but there's so many other foods that you can get iron from.
Yes, exactly. And just to quickly backtrack, you started this segment saying there's it's an issue for women. It's actually about almost 1/3 of Canadian women are not getting enough dietary iron. So that's leaving them feeling, like you said, zapped of energy, because iron is vital for carrying oxygen throughout our body, including our brains and our muscles. So back to the spinach. Yes, good old Popeye, that is a source of iron. And I'd love to talk about the two types of iron. So the spinach would be plant iron, and that is a non-heme iron that we know is not as well absorbed by the body, but still an important source of iron. So you can get that from the spinach, the leafy greens, things like I have on set here, pumpkin seeds, lentils, beans, fortified grain products like pasta, even silken tofu, which I'm going to use as a base for the dressing for this kale salad. And then there's animal foods that have got iron as well, and that's a heme iron, which is well absorbed by the body. So that you'll get that in meats like beef, you'll get it in chicken, you'll get it in salmon. But when it comes to this animal food category, while those are all excellent choices, beef is really king when it comes to iron, because it's rich in iron and a form of iron that's well absorbed by the body.
Mm-hmm. And how much do you need a day?
Yeah, so women would need, women of childbearing age would need 18 milligrams a day. So bottom line, again, these are all healthy choices that do include iron in them, and you want to try and include iron foods every single day and have a variety. That's probably far better than worrying about sort of counting up, your iron, unless you are low iron, and that is important to maybe keep an eye on. So you might want to look at those iron food list and think of 18 milligrams per day as your benchmark that you're shooting for, because it's far better to prevent low iron than struggle to reverse it, because that can take 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, it takes forever. So you've got one dish that's just packed with iron that you're going to show us.
I do. This is fabulous. I just love this. I'll be honest, I make this quite often for my family. So it's steakhouse skewers with kale Caesar. And so the kale Caesar dressing is a base of silken tofu, which again is a source of iron. You're going to get some iron from those leafy greens as well. And so that's our plant-based iron, which is just fabulous. I'm going to go in with a scoop of mashed chickpeas as a nice side there. Oh, make it a bit of a mess, that's okay. And this is something really interesting, Annette. The vitamin C in the tomatoes on the skewers, as well as the meat that's on the kebabs there, is going to help to enhance the iron that we're absorbing from the plant-based sources on our plate. So some foods are just better together. It's known as food synergy. You're going to get more iron absorbed by having the vitamin C and a little bit of meat on your plate. How interesting is that?
Yeah, I know, that's very cool. And I know when I was taking iron supplements, they would tell you, take it with a glass of orange juice.
Yes, that's very important. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how many servings, how many skewers would you have? Like one skewer with that?
Yes, I would say one skewer would be enough. Serving of beef is about 100 grams. Think of, a deck of cards or the palm of your hand.
Okay.
I've used sirloin, which is a beautiful cut of meat, and I have just taken that and brushed it with a little bit of Dijon mustard mixed with oil.
Okay.
I use olive oil and
Carol, we'll get the recipe up on our website, chch.com. We've run out of time, but thanks for joining us.
Thank you.